Look, I know I have been talking about the rich struggle lately, but honestly, seeing the games dropping in 2026 make it all worth it. We are living in the golden age of mobile gaming, and today I am giving you the definitive list. 50 best offline games you can play right now on Android and iOS. No Wi-Fi, no lag, just pure console quality greatness. Make sure you stay till the end because the top 10 games are absolutely insane. Let's get started. Starting off the list, we have Subway Surfers City. This isn't just a simple update, it's a full rebuild with modern physics, dynamic lighting, and completely new traversal zones. The core loop of dodging train is intact, but the sense of speed and the visual flair make it feel incredibly fresh. Next up is Comic Book Store Simulator. If you enjoy simulator games, Comic Book Store Simulator is surprisingly entertaining. You manage your own comic shop, organize shelves, order collectibles, and slowly grow your business. Number 48. Fighter Jet Combat. This one strips away all the complicated simulator mechanics and just gives you pure arcade dogfighting. The skyboxes look fantastic and the sense of scale when you are barrel rolling through canyons is top notch.
Object destroyed.
Next over we have My Starter Winter Car Mechanic. This game feels like a mix-up between a mechanic simulator and survival game. You repair and customize your car while surviving cold winter conditions. The attention to detail is honestly impressive. You actually need to manage fuel, maintenance, and resources carefully. Very immersive and surprisingly addictive. Coming up, Daydream Police Escape. This is a high-fidelity traffic racing and escape simulator. We are talking authentic engine sounds and ultra-realistic highway environments that switch between day, night, and dynamic weather patterns. At number 45, OPS Real Commando. This game brings classic tactical shooter vibes with modern graphics. The missions are straightforward but intense, and the recent updates improved weapon handling and enemy behavior. So if you miss old school military shooters, this game feels like a nice throwback.
Attack inbound. Take cover! Go down.
Next we have Dare Up. This wingsuit game actually gave me vertigo. The sense of speed as you plummet down mountainsides and thread the needle through rock formations is insane.
Epic Wipeout.
Coming up, Infinite Lives. It's the latest 3D masterpiece from the legend himself, Matt Dickey. If you have played Extra Lives or Super City, this is the ultimate evolution. It's a massive everything sim where superhumans and subhumans fight for control of a shared universe. At number 42, Westild's Law. This top-down western shooter brings incredible modern responsiveness to an old-school genre. The twin-stick controls are incredibly tight, letting you dive behind cover and fan the hammer of your revolver with precision. Next we have Zombie Harbour. This game throws you into a zombie-infested survival zone where resources are limited and danger is everywhere. The gunplay feels really satisfying, and the game recently received optimization improvements that made combat much smoother on mobile devices. Coming up at number 40, Wolfsschanze Lite. Think of it as a first-person Resident Evil built specifically for mobile. You play as a lone survivor waking up in a post-apocalyptic world where a secret experiment has turned everyone into mutants. It's not just a mindless shooter, it's a full adventure quest. Next, World War Legions. This game combines strategy and large-scale warfare in a surprisingly accessible package. Well, you manage troops, build formations, and lead battles across historical war zones. Even offline, the game offers a lot of replayability thanks to its campaign content. Strategy fans should definitely keep this one on their radar. Coming up, Ragkour, the parkour game. Well, if you love movement-based gameplay, Ragkour is a must-play. The game focuses entirely on parkour movement across rooftops and urban environments. The controls take some time to master. The moment feels incredibly satisfying. Coming up at number 37, Vikings and Archer's Journey. A beautiful, minimalist game that blends infinite runner mechanics with precision archery. The art style is striking, using heavy contrast and snowy landscapes. Next, Glowy Edge's Vikings. Still remains one of the best offline sword combat games on mobile. The directional combat system feels skill-based instead of button mashy, and every fight can turn deadly if you are careless. Just another racing. This is the sleeper hit of the racing genre. The physics engine here puts a lot of the big-name AAA racers to shame. The weight transfer of the cars feels realistic, and mastering a corner drift takes actual skill. Coming up, Off-Road Desert Expedition. Technical driving at its absolute best. You are not just holding down the gas, you are actively managing your differential locks, winch, and tire pressure to crawl over rocks and through deep sand. At number 33, OTR 2. The sequel to Off the Road takes everything that made the first game great and cranks it up. The open world is massive, you can transition seamlessly from off-road trucks to helicopters to boats, and the graphics have received a massive overhaul. Next, Pocket City 2. Still the undisputed king of mobile city builders. The fact that you can build a massive, sprawling metropolis, switch to a 3D view and actually drive around your own city entirely offline is amazing. Coming up, Silt. It's easily one of the creepiest indie games on mobile. You explore deep underwater environments filled with mysterious creatures and disturbing visuals. The black and white art style creates an unforgettable atmosphere. This game feels more like an experience than just a regular game. Next over at number 30, Timelie, a brilliant stealth puzzle game where you can scrub through time like a video player. So if you make a mistake and get caught by the robot guards, you just rewind, adjust your path and try again. Next we have SpongeBob Patty Pursuit 2. This game is surprisingly fun for a casual platformer. The colorful visuals, smooth side-scrolling gameplay, and classic SpongeBob humor make it a relaxing game to play offline. Red River Last Hope, a brutal survival game where you navigate a raft down a treacherous river. You have to dock at abandoned settlements to scavenge for food, water, and crafting materials while avoiding infected enemies.
Down.
Coming up, Silent Reverie. This game feels like an artistic horror adventure. The environments are hauntingly beautiful and the game focuses heavily on exploration and emotional storytelling. Instead of cheap jump scares, the game builds tension through atmosphere. Next, Project Relo Pipa. This is such a unique concept. It's an incredibly detailed simulator focused entirely on competitive kite flying. You'll have to manage the wind, tension, and type of string you use to cut down other players' kites. Now, this is where things get interesting for racing fans. NSR Street Car Racing combines realistic street racing with deep customization system. The graphics look fantastic during nighttime races, and the sense of speed feels amazing. Next over at number 24, Soul Huntress. It's actually a dark fantasy roguelike action RPG that's been making waves this year. The combat is fast-paced hack and slash with a mix of melee and ranged weapons like sword, axes, and bows. Since it's a roguelike, the dungeons are procedurally generated, meaning the traps and loot change every time you jump in. Well, if you miss classic rally games from the old days, Drive Rally is going to hit you with pure nostalgia. The game combines retro-inspired visuals with modern driving physics, creating an experience that feels both arcade-like and satisfying. Next, Recurrence Co Op. While it has co-op in the title, the offline solo mode with AI teammates is phenomenal. This is a tactical, slow-paced SWAT simulator, so we have to check doors, use flashbacks, and secure civilians. Coming up, Ninja's Creed 2. This takes the stationary sniper genre and make it incredibly cool by using bows, crossbows, and hidden blades. The stealth mechanics are satisfying and the slow motion kill cameras are brutal. At number 20, Police Simulator Patrol. This game lets you experience daily police duties in an open city environment. You can issue tickets, respond emergencies, case suspects, and patrol the streets. The latest updates improved traffic AI and mission variety, making the world feel much more alive. Next, Way of the Hunter Wild Europe. This is the most realistic hunting simulator available on mobile right now. The environmental graphics are breathtaking and the animal AI is incredibly smart. Coming up, TOEM, a photo adventure. Now let's slow things down a little. TOEM, a photo adventure is one of the most relaxing games on this list. Instead of fighting enemies, you travel through charming black and white environments while solving puzzles using photography. Tomb Raider Remastered, pure unadulterated nostalgia wrapped in a modern package. Next, Among the Sleep. This horror game puts you in the perspective of a 2-year-old toddler looking for his mother in the middle of the night. Next over at number 15, Total War Napoleon. Feral Interactive continues to prove they are the kings of porting PC strategy games to mobile. This is the full, massive Napoleon experience with thousands of troops clashing on screen simultaneously. Next over, we have Sea of Stars. This turn-based RPG is an absolute masterpiece. The pixel art is some of the best I have ever seen, and the dynamic lighting engine makes the world feel incredibly alive. Coming up, Bright Memory Infinite. This game is pure visual flex. If you have a flagship device, this will make it sweat. The recent updates in early 2026 have optimized the performance, but the combination of gunplay and fast-paced sword combat is exhilarating. Next, Bendy and the Dark Revival. This highly anticipated sequel finally dropped on mobile in February, and it plays a lot like BioShock.
Audrey. Wilson? You scared me to death. I'm sorry, my dear.
Next we have Hitman Absolution. This port brings the complete story-driven Absolution experience to your pocket. Coming up at number 10, Wall of Insanity 2. This dropped recently and it is a massive upgrade over the first game. It's a grim, third-person action horror shooter that drops you into an alternate dimension. The combat is incredibly addictive. Next, Skull's Revenge Last Wolf. This is a gritty, narrative-driven brawler set in a hyper-violent high school. Think Bully meets Shifu. Subnautica Below Zero. They actually did it. Released officially on mobile this March, this port is a technical miracle. Surviving the freezing alien ocean, building massive underwater bases, and dodging terrifying levitans works flawlessly on touchscreens. Coming up, Maneater Mobile. This is an action-adventure where you play as a giant mutant shark. You literally eat your way up the food chain, terrorizing beaches, fighting alligator hunters, and evolving bioelectric armor. On number 6, Tomb Raider. This is the cinematic masterpiece that completely redefined Lara Croft, and having the full, uncompromised campaign offline is fantastic. And folks, now it is time, smash that subscribe button and discover amazing games. Moving on to number 5, Planet of Lana. Well, if you want a game that looks like a hand-painted Studio Ghibli film, this is it. Next, Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Mob Entertainment finally dropped Chapter 5 this February, and it is terrifying. The lore goes deeper than ever as you delve into the darkest parts of the factory, constantly haunted by the security systems. Coming up at number 3, Oceanhorn 3 Legend of the Shadow Sea. Okay, you guys know I have been tracking this one for months. Oceanhorn 3 completely ditched the old top-down perspective, giving us a massive 3D over-the-shoulder open world. It's basically a full-scale Zelda experience built natively for mobile. Coming in at number 2, Shadowborn. And man, this is how you do a mobile RPG right. It's an isometric arcade-style action RPG that clearly takes notes from the Diablo series but built for fast 3 to 4 minute gameplay loops. Finally, at number 1, Red Dead Redemption. For years, we were messing around with junk emulators and streaming services just to get a taste of the West on our phones. But Rockstar finally did it. Whether you are playing the standalone version or through Netflix, this isn't some stripped-down mobile light edition. This is the full story of John Marston, including the legendary Undead Nightmare DLC, running natively on your device.
Hello, old friend. It's been a long time.
And there you have it, folks. 50 incredible games that prove you don't need a constant internet connection. Let me know down in the comments which of these games you are downloading first, or if there is a hidden gem I missed. Your comments and likes are the best way to help me break through this channel reach freeze. So I appreciate every single one of you who takes the time to hit those buttons. I'm Jasper, this has been the Joker's Den, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Stay gaming.